Hey everybody, so we are going to do a quick review of tax tip, discount, and markup. So let's jump right in. First question says, Ms. Glass was buying presents at Walmart for all the teachers. Her subtotal was $135.75. She was charged 6% in sales tax. How much was the total bill at Walmart? So the trickiest part of this is looking for those words that are going to tell me how many lines I need in Desmos. I think everybody knows that we're going to do 6% of $135.75. But then the question is, do I stop there or do I keep going? And since this one says, how much was the total bill, that means I'm going to keep going. So on the next line, I'm going to take that answer that I just got and I'm going to add the original price because tax makes things more expensive. And then the last step is just to make sure that we round this correctly. So it's $143.90. All right, let's see what the next one looks like. A sports store near Smith Mountain Lake marks up the cost of their items by 20%. How much did they mark up their water skis that originally cost $248? So I know I'm going to start it just like the last one by putting the percent and the original amount in Desmos. Markup is a little bit tougher than tax and tips, so we got to read that question very carefully. How much did they mark up their water skis? So it doesn't say anything about the new price or how much they're selling it for. They just want to know how much is the price increasing. So I actually can stop right there. My answer is $49.60. All right, number 3. Mrs. Waldron was getting food from Kroger for her family's holiday feast. Her total was $157.82, but she had a 20% discount card. After her discount, how much did Mrs. Waldron spend at Kroger? So I'm going to put my percent in, 20% of $157.82, and then I've got to decide what it's asking for. This says how much did she spend? So if we're talking about spending, that's the same as price. That's the same as final price. That's the same as total. So I'm actually going to have to do a second line. And discount is the only one where we have to subtract instead of adding. So I'm going to put the original price first, and then I'm going to subtract my answer, because if I do it the other way, I'll get a negative number, and groceries are never going to cost negative money. So I get $126.26. All right, we got one last question. Hang in there. The last one says, Caleb went to Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner. His food cost $31.45. He was feeling generous and decided to leave a 35% tip. How much money did he leave as a tip? So I put my percent in, I put my original price in, and then I reread my question really carefully. And this one says, how much tip did Caleb leave? So I don't want the total. I don't want the final price. I just want how much tip. So I'm going to stop right where I am. And if I round it correctly, I actually get $11.01. And that's it for this review. Great job, guys. You got this.